Rogers State head coach Andrea Vaughn. To Coach Vaughn's left, Abby Rogers. To her right, Michaela Hillman. Coach, first off, thoughts on a very emotional victory?
I mean, I couldn't be more proud of this group. Backs against the wall yet again, and this is the way they answer back. And just the fight that they showed today, we talked about just flipping their mindset after that loss, and they had a decision to make, and we hope they made the right one, and they sure made the right choice today. And just the fight and the grit, from freshmen to seniors, to this one right here, it was, I can't even put it into words.
Michaela, we talked to you after the first game, came in and gave a shutout relief inning, then you come in the third here. Team's behind. What's your mindset? What are you thinking when you come in?
I mean, it just I feel like it shows what type of team we are. Like Vaughn said, backs against the wall, and it completely changed. And we knew that we weren't going to give up, and we talked about it before the game. Like, we're not giving up this easy. So it felt really good to have. I felt like I had my team behind my back, and it definitely gave me the confidence I needed.
You didn't give up a hit till the seventh inning, but there were a couple times they did have base runners that started to threaten a little bit. How does the calmness always seem to be there?
I just have to trust that my defense has my back, and they're going to make the plays behind me that I need to make. The plays I need to make, they need to make, and I can just go up there and keep throwing and not let it phase me, no matter who's on.
Abby, you guys were down 3-0 to start this game. They homer on the first pitch of the game, do it again in the second. Then things just started to turn a little bit, and you obviously had a huge at-bat in the fifth inning. Talk us through when you came to the plate and hit that home run. What was your mindset? What were you looking for to hit?
Well, I didn't do very good against her the past games, so I was just trying to stay on top of the ball, catch those rise balls. And I knew it was going to be a strike because it was 3-2, so I just let it go, and it's out of my control.
Your experience as a catcher, do you feel like you have a pretty good intuition on what pitches are coming and what's going to be called next? Sure seems like it.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Coach, this team has thrived, not just this year, but you work the count, you battle, cover up the 2 strikes, get walks, and then try to hit the long ball. And it seems like that's what finally happened. But Pout's their starter, one of the best in the country, doesn't walk very many people. How are you starting to work the count against her and find a way on base?
I think trying to be selective, trying to get a good pitch that you could put a good swing on. We talked a lot about staying above the up pitch and trying to get good barrel to that pitch and drive the ball out of the yard. We know that 1 through 9, we have the ability to do that. And I tell them all the time, any person in this lineup can come up with a huge hit at any given point. I mean, that's just how strong we are. And we just kept pounding away, and it wears on a pitcher when you're up there and you're getting your hacks in and you're putting good swings, even if you're fouling it off, or a big strikeout even can be very intimidating to a pitcher. So I just commend them for staying in a really good mental state and just being aggressive at the plate.
In that third inning, you got a leadoff walk from Watson, who can work a count as good as anybody we've ever seen. But you put Rebecca Bell in, who you've said time and time again, fastest player you've ever had in the program, and you drive in the first run of the game. How important was that to just get a run across and cut into that lead a little bit? How important was that to the mentality for your team and also to try to maybe shake up the other team?
Honestly, that's all that was going through my mind. How can we just punch 1 run? Even down 3 early in the ball game, thought, well, maybe try to bunt here just to move a runner. We've got to just punch 1 across. And so, absolutely, that was my mindset. We had the perfect combination at first and third, and we do that almost every day in practice. So I had a good feeling about it, and Belle was ready, and you can't throw her out. I mean, when she gets a good jump, she's just a fierce base runner.
I know you've perfected that. We've seen it so many times, but it seemed like it had been a while since that situation had arose, and teams seem to be looking for it at the end of the year, but it almost seemed to catch everybody by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do it too much. You kind of got to pick and choose when, and then also you don't want to take the bat out of your hitter's hands. I just went with my gut and it worked out.
Talk us through some of the defensive plays in the game. I mean, you've been great defensively all year, but man, there were some great plays. One that stands out was that play by Jalen at the end of the 5th inning on a ball that was just smoked towards the hole at short.
She just showed why she's over there day in and day out. I mean, she's incredible over there. Just her reaction, her arm, she's just so smooth. And again, I mean, we work her that way. We work her in that 5-6 hole because she goes so good to her left. But she surprised me on that, and it was just a great play. And for her to just not panic and to stay under control and come up and make a good throw, that was remarkable to watch.
We talked about a little bit about the plate appearances by Watson, but she worked the count too in the first game today. Nothing to show for her. She got rung up a couple times on pitches that maybe were out, but 3 walks in this game. And for a player that might be playing the last game of their career ever, could be easy to say, I'm going to swing for the fences and just hit one out here. And she just continued to show how great she is.
She's so disciplined, and she knows what she's looking for. We talked quite a bit after the game, and she was very frustrated. Just at some of the calls that she got, and I just tried to remind her that is not a pitch that you're going to get yourself out on. In my opinion, it was a ball, and that was another great at bat, and it just didn't go her way in that moment. But to stick to that, when you do have an umpire that their zone, and she stuck to that plan, and it paid off for her today. It was really a great at bat.
Michaela, seeing their hitters last night, did you have a good feel for some of them, like maybe where you could hit the holes or what they were going to try to do?
Yeah, I mean, I know I kind of go off of what Dre is doing. She's an up pitcher, and I mean, we're like polar opposites. So just trying to give them something different, keeping the ball down, and hoping that they don't get a hold of one. And luckily, my changeup was on tonight, so I feel like that gave me a little bit more boost of confidence that I could run that pitch. So.
Abby, their pitcher struck out 14 last night, held RSU to just 2 hits. How important is it that you guys share information so much from batter to batter on, hey, what to look for, what you might see in that situation, and then you guys finally started to break through?
I think it's very important because you have to learn from each other's mistakes. So if she's throwing up all the time, you just got to get on top of it. Yesterday, Bridget was a great example of that because 4 people struck out and she hit a home run. So I just think we all have to learn from each other. There's no way to succeed if you don't just learn from each other's mistakes.
Coach, you've seen quite a few emotional and big games in this ballpark. Had you ever felt the energy or heard the stadium get this loud in your time here?
It was amazing. I mean, at one point, I turned to the dugout and I was like, look at your fans, look at your support, like soak this in. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, and it's what makes it so fun. And I've never seen the stands erupt like that. And just to have the community out and the support, everyone's rallying behind us on Facebook, and had so many people say, hey, we're coming out, can I get a shirt? I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, down the left field line, hearing people hooping and hollering. Man, I mean, it's just an awesome feeling, awesome atmosphere. And it's like, this is what home field advantage is for. And just to have your fans behind you like that, there's nothing like it.
Now you go in tomorrow against Minnesota State, obviously a great team, already faced them once today, but this is kind of what your teams have thrived on, right, is those great challenges.
Yeah, I mean, we're ready. I feel like we're in the best state of mind we could possibly be in, and to just go out, play free, go get this thing.
Thanks.
Thank you, Josh.